Hello and welcome to Robotics and Games Club. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to pass practice number 4 of building level 1. So again, first we're going to click on building. Okay, I've passed all these other ones, and now practice 4 it says to turn a component. So all of these are showing me different aspects of what you will need to do to build your robot, right? You have to be able to, the first level, or level 0, was how do you order parts from the parts store. Once you have the parts, these practices show you how to move the parts, how to connect the ports, how to remove components that you don't want, and how to turn the components. So here, to turn the component, we're going to click on the move button and then choose turn. So that's, again, as this one was, we click on the move button and switch it to remove. Here we're going to choose turn. So click on the orange handle dot of the component you wish to turn and hold the mouse button down. Then move the mouse around the part, which is going to turn the angle. When the desired angle is achieved, release the mouse button. Okay, and now we're going to go to the practice. So here's the robot we need to build. You'll have to spend a little bit of time, remembering we moved the processor down over here. We've got a bump sensor on the back here, 2 wheels, small reflective beam sensor, a long reflective beam sensor, and then the 2 buttons A and D, both connected to here. So the one thing to really remember is this lower part, that's actually kind of mirrors what's down here. So this one goes to 5, this one goes to 7, and this one then goes to 6. So that's with these digital ports. So we'll have to make sure we connect those up correctly. So again, click on build. In build, I'm going to move these parts to about where they need to be. So the short one was there. The long one was about here. This bump sensor is about there. D is going to come down to maybe around here. A is right there. So we'll move D out just a little bit more. Wheel goes here. Now a lot of these, you can see the wheel goes right in the same spot as it always does. Like from pretty much every one of these build examples, we have 2 wheels and they're both right there. Here the processor is going to be down over in this corner because otherwise it gets kind of congested. Okay, so now that we have our parts in the correct position, let's click on turn. Now we could do it in a different order. We could connect up the ports first and then go through and turn them. I chose to turn them first. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one, and if I'm really close, then it's tough to get the angle right. But if I move my mouse out so that I'm a ways away from the part, it's a lot easier to turn the part to the specified angle. So here it turns this way. This one, I'm going to move this out over here, and this has to turn to 45 degrees. That looks like that's 45 degrees. Okay. And now I'm going to go back to move, because some of these parts, like this one here, needs to be up just a little bit more. I think this one's up just a little bit more. It doesn't have to be all that exact, but you do want to get it fairly close. Okay, so this one goes here. And now I need to connect up the ports. So again, this one's going to go to 6. This one here goes to 7. Oops, 7 goes to this one here. 5 goes to this one there. So I have 0. And again, you can start at either one of the dots and go to the other one. Doesn't matter. If by accident I connect port 3 to A, right? So now I've got 2 different ports connecting to A. I can just click on 3, drag it out into the middle of nowhere from the processor side, and release it, and it will remove that connection. Okay, so the connections have to be correct. If you do something like that, again, you just click on the port, drag it out a ways, release it, and it'll say, oh, it didn't connect to anything, and we'll remove that connection. Okay, so now it looks like we've got our robot built correctly. We'll click on Update. Oh, and I took too long. I did a little too much explaining. Okay, so again, I'd have to go through and do it so that it's less than this amount of time. So here it says your time needs to be less than 180 seconds. So I can go back and I could fix that.